Hello. Friday night. You think people be out on the town, out on dates and having a nice time? They probably are. An old sad face here. I'm too ill at home to be going out and dating and interfering with members of the opposite sex at my age, 55. Unfortunately, I've got illnesses and a bit of a mental health thing going on. I'm past it. Anyway, back in the days that I used to go dating, and I'd try various dating sites like Tinder and OkCupid and Plenty of Fish. And I managed to get out on a few dates. And I can't remember whether this is Plenty of Fish or Tinder. It doesn't matter where they came from. This woman I met was a complete El Loco from Thornaby in Stockton, Middlesbrough area, northeast of England. And I was living up in Durham at the time. Agreed to meet me for a date at the Wetherspoons in Stockton. So I turn up in the works van down Thornaby, pick her up, drive her to the restaurant, fucking Wetherspoons, get parked up and we're in the place. Right down the back, there's some lovely booth seats at the back, curved leather, curved backs, family booths. So we're in one of those, nice and cozy for a first date. Get the meal sorted. And, a bit of general chit-chat just to get the thing going. But the real meat of the story actually happens when the food's arrived and we're just starting into it. Now, I don't know what was going through this woman's head on this date, but just so you know, she must have been playing some kind of TV dating show in her head. Because she kept coming back with this sort of buzzword from a TV game show. The deal breaker. That was it. She kept saying that word. Well, the deal breaker for me is, we're not getting fucking married here. What do you know? Deal breaker. It's the first fucking date. If you take drugs, it's a deal breaker for me. And I'm thinking, you come off a housing estate in Thornaby, the chances of the drugs being around there is like fucking 99%, 0.9 added on. Fucking Cleveland's rife with drugs everywhere. It's practically every housing estate. It's all everywhere. Well, I'm not doing drugs. What are you talking about? Certainly not off my face here to come for a date, darling. More respect than that. But it's a deal breaker. I can't stand junkies. Do I look like a fucking junkie? Deal breaker. She kept saying deal breaker, and it was so annoying. Everything was a fucking deal breaker. And then she started playing the questions at me whilst we're eating. I kid you not. And you'll love this. She said, what do you think about world peace? As I'm just fucking laying into my steak. That's a TV question, that is. What do I think about? Am I playing Mr. World, Miss World here? Miss Durham. Well, what I would do for world peace? This is world peace. So what do you mean world peace? What do you want to do for world peace? Do you want to cure poverty? Do you want to cure disease? Get rid of war? All those kind of things? And she came back with, to achieve her goal of world peace, I think we should save all those Africans, starving Africans. Kid you not? I'm like, really? Save all the starving Africans? Yeah. Millions of them. Yeah. Like, how are we going to do that? I don't know, but we're going to save them. Right, so the British Army march into Africa, fight off all the local militia armies and the army of the country that you've just invaded. Fight them all off. And then you've got to shuttle X number of million Africans out of there somehow. I kind of said that to her, and I says, but okay, so if we save all these Africans, we get them all out. where are you going to put them? And she just looked at me blankly. She says, well, they could come here. 2 million Africans. More. Don't speak the language. We've got nowhere. Where are we going to put them? You can fucking hide them, keep them in a box under the bed. Right, all this is going on with her stupid deal breakers and daft ideas for world peace going on. There'd been a young couple had come in, sat in the booth beyond where she was sat. I'd observed them coming in. Sullen looking couple just shuffled in, sat at the booth, ordered the food, and they were barely sat there talking. Phones out. Fucking sad sight that was, whereas me and my date's talking away. So we're chatting all this bollocks with her, and next thing you know, this guy from the next booth gets up, comes round, stands over the top of me. I'm here. He's like this big bloke. You don't get this. This is how fucking crazy Stockton and Wetherspoon is. This bloke says, I couldn't help overhearing your conversation, but I was like, you were listening in the conversation and now you come to butt in and I'm eating. We're eating. So I'm like, they sit him at the table. I looked at this fucking show of putting my head on my hand. Yeah, okay then, let's hear this. We're never going to get through this night alive. Couldn't help you your conversation, but and he starts rattling on about. He jumps on he's a conspiracy theory guy, and he's into this bloke he's seen on YouTube. It's got fuck all to do what we're talking about. He's picked up on a slight thread of something and just invaded the table. Conversation bomb. He suddenly dives into his little moment. You've got to listen to. I'm just going to make a name up. This guy on YouTube, Joe King, right? He knows all the stuff. He's got all the answers, man. He's got all the answers. This bloke keeps doing this. He's got all the answers, man. You've got to check him out. YouTube. It's the chemtrails, the fucking this, that, and the other. And you're like, oh my God. This big guy's suddenly animated in front of me, banging on about some conspiracy guy on YouTube I'm never going to look up. So she's talking about rescuing Africans from, and no idea where to dump them. And he's talking about fucking some nut job on YouTube, and I'm here on a date. And I'm sitting there, what the hell is going on here? I just want a date and something fucking normal to happen. So I let this bloke ramble on. And it was a good minute more of this blast of conspiracy shit for a moment. And he ran out of steam. You got to check him out. You got to check him out. And he finally stopped. And all the time I'm still there, sarcastically looking at him like, we're in the middle of a meal here, you fucker. He runs out of steam and I says, Mr. Joe King or whatever the fuck he was off YouTube. Yeah, man, that's the guy. He knows everything. Yeah, you've got to check him out. Well, if he knows everything, he should have told you that it's really bad manners to interrupt strangers when they're eating. And he said he realised where he was now. He went, oh, shit, sorry, man, sorry, and fucked off. And I'll turn back to her like, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, not much longer. We finished the meal and wrapped this shit show up. I just want to get away now. This is a freak show in Stockton. Do we head out to the front of the bar? And she needs to go to the bathroom, So I'm just hang myself on this fucking beam up to the ceiling with a little shelf on it, trying casual and amongst all these fucking idiots. Minding my own business, there's a bloke at the corner, right next to me at the bar. He's obviously pissed out of his head. Minding my own business, he turns round and looks at me. He goes, how long have you been stood there, mate? And I'm like, just got here? Oh, I thought you'd been here all night. No, just got here. Just waiting for our lass. Backing off. She comes back. Come on, we're going. Bye. We're off. Fucking hell. Now on the way back, right, we're going. I'm taking you back home. I just want to go. So on the way back, she's still doing the deal breaker shit and rambling on about drugs, drunkenness, nasty men. And she also lets slip, and she did this earlier on in the conversation, that her daughter seemingly is a bit of a wild one and attacks men. She's been traumatized by something in the past. So they've been traumatized by drugs, and her daughter attacks men because she's wild as fuck. And you live in the middle of a drug-infested housing estate, and you're lecturing me about it all. So it finally pulled up after all this fucking nightmare, and I finally get to speak after she's just offloaded a triple shotgun in me face of deal breakers. And I says to her, why the hell do you think I want to go to a drug-infested housing estate in the middle of Thornley, whether you take fucking drugs or not, to be beaten up by your daughter? And then get accused by you of being everything under the sun that I'm not. Get out the van now. Bye. Okay, right, fine. Well, there's a deal breaker for me. I'm never going back to fucking Stockton, that's for sure. Honestly, that was like that was like a scene from a TV comedy show. I kid you not. If you'd had the cameras set up, a fly on the wall cameras and recording, that would have just made TV comedy gold. That, especially her asking, "What do you think about world peace?" Okay, let's say it's the Africans. That's a great. Oh, Christ, here we go. Oh well. Well, that's just one of many online dating blunders I've had. Meeting crazy people. I've met a lot of people via online dating. A lot of friends do it as well, and I've heard equally crazy stories and worse that people have had on online dating. I love swapping the stories because you can just be in fits of laughter when somebody tells you, I met this bloke and he did this, that, and the other, and you're like, really? And you're like, yeah, and you're just like, he did what? Yeah. Come round dressed in women's clothing, he was. No way. Yeah, it was first date and all. I've heard that. There's women's knickers on underneath his clothes. And he admitted to it whilst he's on his first date. Who does that? Fucking weirdos. Jesus, I guess you get to meet them all when you go out there. Put yourself out. Jeez. Well, there you go. It's a bit of failed dating from me, and I'm sure other people watching this video will have remind them of stories they've had. Anyway, thanks for watching.